Great, thank you. We've had an interesting question come in from Takuma. Hi, Helen and Carly. In what ways can society change our perspective on the right to free speech to incorporate the responsibilities individuals hold to behave respectfully to others in their community and society? Is there a way to reframe the right to free speech in 2023 to incorporate responsibilities for responsible speech?
Well, as I said, I'm somewhat concerned about the departure from more civil political discourse that we've had in the past. Look, it hasn't all been great. We can remember the Muldoon era. We can remember some pretty rigorous political debate, but the level of hate these days is unpleasant. Maybe it's always been there, but not as evident because people couldn't express it on social media. So that's why you come back to whether you need some form of bespoke regulation on the social media platforms here, as we recommended, going back probably 3 years, two or 3 years. I think we do. Obviously, the government ran into issues with this stuff, and it is hard to legislate for, but which is why you go back to bespoke regulation, putting responsibility on the platforms to behave responsibly. We do have legislation with respect to discrimination and hateful speech around that, which might provide some mechanisms. We do have provision to call broadcast platforms to order under the Broadcasting Standards Authority legislation. The print media actually don't do too bad a job, but with their self-regulation. But in the end, the question is, how can we, I think, recreate in the value system some civility, and maybe, think about your family conversations. I mean, in our family, we try to close down debate which gets into territory of saying I hate this person or that person. We don't want that because old story. If you talk politics and religion shouldn't be talked about at family gatherings. Start thinking about the extent to which you work to shut down conversations that happen like that around you. So someone said to me in the course of the past week that someone had come into her business saying very hateful things about Jacinda the day she resigned. She shut it down immediately, said she don't talk like that in here. So let's think about what we can do in the circles that we're in.
Mm-hmm.